fam. We're back at it. Thank you guys for joining me once again. Oh, man. You guys keep coming back and checking me out. I think you're starting to like me. No. I'm really appreciative. So thank you guys so much for hopping in and consistently watching me, saying what's going on, and helping me out through my journey. So thank you guys very much. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Today we're going to talk about something that's very near and dear, and actually something that popped up into my mind a couple of days ago when talking to a few friends. So I was talking to a few friends the other day. Something that kept saying is like, after I hit my milestone, I was sharing it with a bunch of people because I was really happy. Going from 287 to 248 is like I said, seeing that 240 marks is something I've never seen before. So I'm like super proud of that. But as I was saying that, people have been asking me, so what workouts have I been doing or what am I doing? And when I tell them if they've done it or not, the biggest thing that I keep hearing from everyone is like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? I would be so over it. And unfortunately, the only answer I can ever give to that is consistency. Like, it's the thing that's the hardest thing to do, but sounds the easiest to say. I have always No, let me take that back. I've not always been the most consistent person, and I think that's part of my journey right now is changing that, is putting something out there and saying that, hey, I'm going to do this every single day until that goal is accomplished, and then until it's created a new habit. So that's what we're here to talk about today, and that's what's very important to me today, because as we move along through my journey, as you move along through your journey, one thing that's going to be very important to you is like, are you even going to stick to it? What's the point of setting a goal, trying to create a new habit, of trying to make sure that you achieve better eating, or actually hitting your workout every day, or making sure that you're drinking your water every day, like the amount of water that you need to drink, if you're not going to be consistent with it, if you're not going to consistently do it at the times that you have set for yourself to do it. So for me, that is something that when I was talking to my friends, it was like the light bulb. It's like most people, and one of my friends even admitted, she's like, I just don't want to do it, and it's like, or it's just difficult. And those are kind of the habits that we need to break when it comes to consistency. Consistency is super, super important to your goals, achieving your goals, and what you need to do. So that's what I want to hop into, and I think that's what's very important for us to kind of cover, talk to, and kind of just dive into a little bit. So let's go. So the first thing about consistency that I would love to make sure that is being addressed is, when you're being consistent, you need to understand that it's not going to be perfect right off the bat. I know it might be something that you really want to do, but you are once again breaking old habits. So if you're saying every day I'm going to wake up at 4 a.m., I think sometimes where people mess up on that one is they keep trying to wake up at 4 a.m., but what they're not doing is going to bed earlier. So for me, I'm a person that says I wake up at 4 a.m. I naturally wake up at 4 a.m. So that for me, that's nothing that hard. But the thing about me is I'm pretty much falling asleep around 10 o'clock every day. So when I'm getting up at 4 a.m., it's less of a struggle for me, because I'm still getting that required amount of sleep. Remember, sleep. I'm still getting that required amount of sleep to make sure that I'm rested and ready to go for the next day. So that is something that is very, very important when you're talking about being consistent and making sure that your habits are starting. So you got to make sure that you create a habit, but also really flush out what that needs to be and what needs to happen when you're trying to create that new habit or stick to something that you're trying to say. So for me, that is something that I've been trying to do. So very important to me. Another awesome habit, or another thing about consistency that's very difficult for people to grasp onto, is that it's constant. Consistency, it's constant. It's something that will not stop. It's something that you will continue to have to do. For me, at least, I like to create or enact in consistency for something that are usually lifelong things. So for me, working out 5 to 6 days a week is something I will consistently do until limbs tell me I can't do it anymore. But hopefully I'm doing it in a healthy way and incorporating correct dieting, correct fluid intakes and stuff like that, making sure that I'm doing that every single day to the day I close my eyes. So that is something that's super important to me, to make sure that I'm being consistent every single day. Well, And being consistent doesn't mean that you won't falter or fall. It's just that it's what you have challenged yourself to do every single day, to make sure that you're achieving that goal. So make sure that what you're trying to set, it's almost like a diet. Like the reasons a lot of times diets don't work, and the reason, it's something that has a finite date and has a finite end to it. So for me, while the goal is to lose a few pounds and stuff like that and hopefully get to this goal weight, my overall goal is to what? Be healthy so that I can run around with my daughter once she gets older and all the other stuff. So that means that even if I do hit this 210 goal either today, tomorrow, next year, doesn't matter because my daughter's not an adult yet. She's only 3. So when she's an adult, having her own family and all this other stuff, and if she's an active person, if she wants to do anything, I still need to be able to be in shape or be in enough shape to make sure that I am running around with her and having fun with her. The only way that's going to happen is by making sure that I'm taking care of myself and consistently doing the things I need to do to stay healthy. So that's consistently checking up on my body with my doctor's visits. That's consistently eating the right thing for the most part. That's consistently working out and checking out everything that I need to do to make sure that I am really ready to go and dive into a better lifestyle for myself. So that is very, very important to me. And I think something that you should incorporate into your own life is that really reevaluate as to what has a finite date for you. You're like, I need to save for $10,000, but that's great if you're trying to save for a particular goal or something, but create those habits of however the method you're using to putting money away and creating that saving, make that your habit for the rest of your life. Consistently do that. Consistently dive into what it is that you need to take on day by day to make sure that you are being consistent. I think I've said consistent a lot. I think that's super important. And then also too, what I find that'll be very, very helpful throughout this process, and probably my last and final major tip, is through consistency and through all of this is not cheating yourself. Why would you lie to yourself? Why would you cheat yourself? Why would you say, hey, I've done something when you know you truly haven't, when you know you haven't really dug deep and did the things day to day? I have a very rigorous schedule of things that I want to accomplish and that I want to do daily. So, I wake up at 4 a.m. And when I wake up at 4 a.m., I do my prayer and meditation. And after prayer and meditation at 5 a.m., I'm practicing my Spanish. And after that, it's kind of my free time to let my mind relax so I'm not just overloading it. I'll probably do some stretching, probably, watch something, read some articles, catch up on the news, see what's going on in the world, but not dive too deep into it, just so I don't stress myself out for the day. At 6 a.m., that's when I start replying to emails and making sure that everyone is responded to start my day so that I can kind of focus on the projects that I need to dive into without responding to emails instantly. And then right around 7 o'clock is when my daughter comes walking in. And for me, once my daughter walks into the living room, that's when her and I have the time I can educate her, we can play, we can do a lot of things from about 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock before I actually have to work, and then I dive into work and get it going. From that point, it's pretty much, work until 5 or 6 o'clock, and then, it's right back to giving my child full attention, my wife attention, and then it's an editing night or it's a research night or something like that, something to where I'm consistently keeping this brain active, my mind active, and my body fully active. So there's no what I say rest in that sense, that I'm always trying to make sure I'm doing active things to make sure that I am fully prepared and ready to be the best version of myself. So I try to do that consistently every day, weekend included. A little bit more freedom on my Sundays because that's kind of like my overall rest day. So, but those are just the type of things. So that's what I really would enjoy to do and really would implore you to do, is figure out what are those habits that you can consistently achieve every single day to therefore create yourself to be a better individual. That is something that I would love to challenge you to say, hey, what am I doing to make sure that I am really achieving and being consistent? So my question for you would be, what keeps you consistent? What is it that makes you every day say, I need to keep doing this, or this is very important to me, and stuff like that? So ask yourself that question. Hey, and then evaluate it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for sitting here, taking the time and watching me. I really appreciate everything that's going on. I really appreciate the positivity being shown to me. Thank you guys so much. Let's get it, and let's have a great rest of the week. Peace.